emojis. Thank you very much. I appreciate your warm welcome. This is one training that is going to help you in all your businesses, not just in modest billionaire Realtors. In all your businesses, it's going to help you in anything selling. It's about handling objection. Hope you can hear me. Hope you can all hear me, right?
Yes, we can, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's go into the training. How do we handle objection? What do you do when somebody tell you no? What do you do when somebody say, I'm not buying, I'm not interested, I don't have the money, I want to tell my wife, I want to tell my family members, I don't trust your brand? There are so many objections. So what do you do? How do you handle such objections? All right, for the people that are just coming, you're welcome. So I'm going to go straight into the notes. And remember, before we start teaching whatever we are teaching today, one of the major things I really want to emphasize is that execution is king. Execution is king. What we make this training not to be just any other training is your ability to execute everything that you will learn in the training. So make up your mind that you're going to execute everything you learn starting from today. All right, we have had several other trainings in Modesty Billionaire Realtors where we give people opportunity to sell and make commission in thousands and millions. We've had trainings like how to convince people to buy. We've had trainings like how to understand land document. We've had trainings like how to sell real estate like a pro, and several other trainings which I believe you should have gone through or you have access to them, right? So today now we're going to be looking at how to handle objections. All right, so as we join the training, if you don't want your face to show, you can always remove the video and just listen to the audio while you pay attention to everything that we are teaching you. All right, so now when you say objection, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind is somebody telling you no, I am not buying, I'm not interested. So objection has to do with someone telling you no. So what do you do when someone tells you no? So before we come to objection, we cannot teach about objection without teaching ruthless marketing. I think we taught this ruthless marketing during how to convince people to buy. So I'm going to give a short recap that will lead us to the objection teaching. Someone that wants to sell must have ruthless marketing. You must have ruthless marketing. That means that if you are not ashamed to make money, you should not be ashamed to market. If you are always ashamed to market, then money will never be your friend as a business owner. All right. Remember, as you are following, you can always jot what you're learning. You can always type. There's a place to type in the chat area, and you can always respond with your best emojis. So you must have ruthless marketing as someone that is ready to make sales. Ruthless marketing will include getting prospects online and offline. Who is a prospect? People that you believe they can buy a particular property. You must have ruthless marketing to generate prospects online and offline, because you need to first of all be known before somebody can tell you no. So we cannot just start teaching about how to handle negation when somebody tell you no when you are not known. People don't know what you're selling. People have not seen what you're selling. So how would they not tell you no? So you must have ruthless marketing both online and offline. You must kill the shame and laziness and be motivated by the success. The only motivation for marketing is the success and the end result. That is the only motivation. When you are motivated by the success and the end result, you will have ruthless marketing. Let me give you an instance. For instance, one of our new products is Aroko Farms. What will 11% of 2.7 million naira do to you? Imagine somebody bought 10 acres, 27 million. What will 11% of 27 million do to you? Over 2 million naira. What will that do to your life and your destiny? That is the motivation beyond ruthless marketing. So you now begin to ask yourself, how do I get people to buy 10 acres in 1 week? That is ruthless marketing. So there is no other motivation for marketing than the success and the money involved. knowing fully well that what you are selling comes with peace of mind and maximum security. As long as it's from Modesty Real Estate, you have over 100% assurance that whatever we project to you, it has maximum security. So you need to have ruthless marketing. So before we look at negation, you must make up your mind this week. Market ruthlessly. You need to make yourself to be known, to be liked, and to be bought from. People must know you, people must like you, people must buy from you. It's that buying from you that we experience negation, which I will show you how to navigate it. But you need to be known. How many persons are aware that you can you can help them to invest in real estate? How many persons are aware that you are an affiliate realtor with Modesty Real Estate? How many persons? Many times, many of us are just relaxed with just posting on status, which is good. But how many DMs have you sent in the last 1 week? How many calls have you made? How many persons have you personally reached out to concerning a particular property that was posted in MBR? That is ruthless marketing. Remember, if you are ashamed to market, money will never be your friend as a business owner. Have you wondered why known brands like Coca-Cola will still spend millions in marketing campaigns? Because they know that the day they stop marketing, they stop existing. So business is rooted in ruthless marketing. It's from the marketing that you have prospects. It's from the marketing that you have leads. Prospects are those interested, are those you are talking to. Leads are those interested. All right, from meeting prospects, those you are talking to, then the leads will now be those interested. So how do you meet them? You have to have ruthless marketing. Get a number of persons you send message to every day. Get a number of persons you call every day. You can choose to message 20 persons, 30 persons in a day. You can choose to call. Personally, I've messaged over 20 persons about Aroko farms today. And we'll have lines of persons that we want to call to ensure that I am able to meet up with the number of acres that I want to sell in the next 1 week. And that's how to do it. So that when you're posting or showing up on social media, they will now see it because you already called them. You already informed them. So you need to have that. You need to be dogged. You need to go out looking for it because money will not come and meet you in the house. So kill the laziness, have ruthless marketing. Then you will now have people that will answer you. I sent a message to someone this evening about Aroko farms, and the person replied, we chatted. Immediately I sent the message. The person did not reply again. That is a negation. That is no. I've handled several negations that turned to sold, and I already know what to tell the person next that will get him interested, and that's what I'm sharing with you, right? So handling objection is one of the most important skills that a realtor must have, because every client will always have concern, doubt, hesitation before committing. When it comes to real estate, almost every client will have concern. In fact, only 5% will you meet that will just agree and buy from you. I mean, even if it's your brother, your sister, your loved one, we still have concern. So especially because of real estate, because there is this superstitious belief about land and real estate, that when somebody wants to buy a land, no matter the amount, he will need to be double sure before buying. Someone can buy an iPhone 1 million without calling family meeting. But before somebody buy a land of 1 million, the whole generation may want to know, right? So there is always element of doubt. So you need to learn how to handle the doubt. Let me see if you are following. Can you hear me? Are you following me? All right. Okay, good. I can see all the responses, all the emojis. Good. So you need to have the skill to handle these objections, because they will always be there. Now, you cannot have these skills if you are always quitting. Some persons even go to the extent of, maybe it's not the will of God for the person to buy from me. If it is the will of God for him to buy, it will buy. You live in illusion. There are many things that are will of God, in quotes, that will never happen until you know how to navigate it. All right? So you are not leaving your sales to will of God. You are not leaving it to chance. Of course, I believe in God. I believe in power of God. I believe in all of that. But that is not what you leave your sales on. Why do you eat? Why will not say, if it is the will of God for me to sell, I will sell? Some persons even bring pride to it. In the sense of, imagine somebody say, how can I message her? She did not reply me. How many plots will she even buy? Who does she think she is? You are not ready for business. Because when it comes to business, who she is or who he is irrelevant, as long as you are ready to sell and collect your money. So there is no pride, there is no won't they think I'm disturbing them, won't they think I'm calling tomorrow. I'm not saying you should be a nuisance in people's face, no, but you must not quit. So before we look at those negations, you must avoid quitting. There is no quitting in marketing. You must ensure you make up your mind that there is no quitting. All right, there is no quitting. There is no quitting. So the first thing to do in handling negation is don't interrupt your client. This is really, really, really important. Don't interrupt your client. Allow them to express their concern completely. Allow them to express their concern completely, even when you know the concern does not make sense. Let me know if you are hearing me. Can you hear me very well? So, all right, good. So you must not interrupt your clients.
Yes.
Okay, good. You must not interrupt your client. Allow them to talk. Allow them to finish all the things that they want to say. All right? Allow them to express themselves. Allow them to say everything that they want to say. Then acknowledge and empathize by using words like, I completely understand how you feel. Many of our clients feel the same way also initially, but notice where I came in. I completely understand what you said, but many of our clients feels the same way, but all right, hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
All right, good. So as I was saying earlier, you must allow them to express themselves. Allow them to talk. Imagine telling a client to buy something like Aroko Farms, and the person is saying, it's far. I want something very, very close. I want the one beside my house so that I can be monitoring the cocoa and the palm tree. That is a farmland though, that is saying it's far. You allow the person to talk, even when you know that what the person is saying does not make any sense. Just allow him to talk. Don't interrupt your client. Then the next thing you will now do will be to clarify the concern. Empathize and clarify the concern. What does it mean to empathize? It simply means to put yourself in the shoe of the client. Put yourself. We are going to create different scenarios at the end of this particular training, and I'm going to share with you some of major negations that I have handled, and I've sold acres from the negations. I'm going to share with you how I navigated it. So you're really going to learn a lot, right? Now, learn to empathize, learn to put yourself in the client's shoe, then clarify the real concerns by probing further. If somebody is saying, I'm not interested, you can use words like, can you share more? What exactly is the problem? Is it the price, the location, the timing? Please, I would like to know your concern. That is you clarifying the objection. You need to know why the person is not interested. I would like to know your concern. What exactly is the concern? Try to get it. Try to get the exact thing. This may take time. This may take 1 or 2, 3 days before the person finally replies. But if you don't understand the objection, you can never, ever, ever handle it. You cannot turn it to sold. Remember, the aim is to turn every no to sold. And I tell you the truth, there is hardly any no that cannot turn to sold if you know how to apply this skill. There is hardly any no that cannot turn to sold if you know how to apply what we are teaching you. So the first thing I say, clarify the concern, empathize by putting yourself in the client's shoe, then know exactly what the concern is. Is it the price? Is it the location? Is it the timing? Would the person want an alternative? You have to know the concern. Would the person want an alternative? Are you following me? Are we here? Okay, good. So, in handling objection, put yourself in the shoe of the client and try to understand what the person is saying. If you don't understand it, you cannot sell it. You cannot convince the client. Try to understand what exactly the client is saying. Assume you are the one marketing to yourself and you are bringing this objection up. How will you respond? So you must put yourself in the shoe of the client. Remember, what if I don't have clients to have negation for? That means you were not here in the beginning of this training where I emphasize ruthless marketing, ruthless lead generation. Client is not coming to come and meet you in your house. It's only 1% of the 1% that will come, and many times they don't end up coming, right? So when they finally come, how do you deal with them? So the next point after that, don't interrupt your client. Allow them to express themselves. Number 2, I said clarify the concern and empathize with them. Clarify the concern and empathize with them. Now that don't interrupt the client is really annoying. A lot of persons have missed several D's because of this. You may take it lightly until you are in the other shoe where you are the client. Imagine you telling a realtor that I don't like this place. This place is too far. You have not even finished pronouncing that word far. He said, "Ma, it's not far. Oh, it's really close." If you are the buyer or the client, what will you do? Will you continue the conversation, or you just end the call or walk out? Let me hear from us. Did you hear my question? If you are marketing somebody,
I'll walk out.
You walk out. Abi, good. Okay. Now that's the truth. And many sellers, many realtors, many persons act like that. Before the person will say what he's saying, you have already said 5. You do not even allow the person to finish saying. Remember, this is irrespective of whether what the person is saying is valid or not. Whether he's saying nonsense, he's saying jargon, he's saying what you know that it is not true, you must allow him or her to express himself, right? Then you must empathize and clarify the concern. That was the second point we emphasized. You must clarify the concern. Know exactly what the objection is. Know exactly what the objection is. All right. Then number 3, provide evidence and value. Oh, this is so important in handling negation. Provide evidence and value. Imagine somebody telling you that this is far. I've used this to sell several plots of VGC Premium at Ajia. Alright? So several plots. Personally, as you see, apart from the company, I've sold several plots, several acres of VGC, different areas, different estates that we have at Ajia. Now, how do I do it? When somebody tell me that, for instance, the place is far, I say, no problem, man, just give me a minute. I would like to show you the price of this place as at last year when they started this route and the price now. That is providing evidence. So I will just bring out the flyer for the 2 years and show the client. Man, I don't think a place that can provide this kind of return on investment in 12 months is really far, especially if you are buying for investment purpose when you don't want to build. If you are the one listening to me now, will you be convinced? Let me get our response.
Yes, sir.
Sure, you will surely be convinced. So you need to learn to provide evidence. You need to learn to provide evidence. Don't say God knows I'm saying the truth. God knows this is really a good place for you to buy. God, the person is not seeing God, he's seeing you. So use fact, use from market data. The market, different fact you can use. Number 1 is market data. What is market data? Just like the example I gave, former price, current price. Then testimonials of people that have bought. Testimonials of people that have bought. That is fact, right? Testimonials of people that have bought. Then show projection for the future. Projection for the future is from that market value you can get projection. If this property can have extra 10 million in less than so year. For instance, we have a property, Kemsan Heights at Agodi, Ibadan. That is a building. We have 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom apartment there. The first people that bought that building as at last year bought it for 35 million naira, and currently is 60 million plus, depending on the unit you are going for. Imagine providing the flyer for both, and these people that bought it for 35 million, they are still paying for 1 year. Some of them are still paying, and they are buying the same building that you want to buy for 60 million. Now, what will happen when this building is completed next year? Because it's going to be completed next year. It's an 18-month project. What will happen if in less than 1 year it has moved from 35 to 60 million? What will happen when this 3D video we are showing you is a reality? Don't you think that people will buy this property for 90 million naira? That is fact. That is evidence. That is how to turn objection. For instance, if somebody is telling you that the price is too much, or depend on the objection. So learn to provide evidence. Don't talk without proof. Don't talk without facts. Don't talk without evidence of what you are showing. Right? Are you following me? If somebody tell you, for instance, the price is too high, what do you say? Okay, good. If somebody tell you the price is too high, what do you say? You can say something like, that is exactly why smart investors are grabbing it now, because prices are rising every day. The price is rising every day. Notice the price is too high. That seems like an objection. Say, yes, ma, I totally understand the price is too high, but this is why smart investors are already grabbing this property, because the price is increasing every day. So the best time to join them is now, because it will keep increasing. Notice that is an objection. That is an objection. All right. Some of this, your summaries and quotes, you can also post it in the group, in the MBR group, so that people can be seeing it. Okay. So you provide evidence and value. That's one way to handle objection. Then the fourth way to handle objection is show how other clients with the same concern benefited from taking action. People trust what others have done many times effortlessly. Show it. For instance, somebody is telling you the price is too much. Tell him, oh, that's true. One of our clients visited this property last 2 months, and he had the same concern that the price is too much. But when he saw the increment after 1 month, he had to quickly buy some plots, and I can even show you the transfer receipt. That is showing other clients' satisfaction. People want to know that they are not the first person to pass through that road. Have you wondered why everybody like buying from where people are queued buying? Have you wondered why everybody like buying from that same shop? They don't mind queuing, because they believe the person is selling what is correct. That's why you learn to use stories, social proof, evidence. Show the client that have the same concern and they've taken action. Now, you may not be the one that own the client personally. That is why, if you are really serious with what we're doing at Modesty Billionaire Realtors, you follow our stories, you follow our content, you follow everything that we do, because we share all of this almost every week. We have a particular group, the land group, where we share it, and some of them are shared in the Realtors group also, almost every week. And you can confidently use the same story and you will not be lying. Man, we have a client like that had this same objection, but today the client is a proud landowner. This was what happened. Because you already read the story, you already have if the person now say, can I see the client? Can I see an evidence? Can I see a proof? He said, just a minute, I'll message the admin now to send me the receipt. You are smart. Before you know, you've gotten a proof with the receipt to show that the client bought at that particular time. Because people want to see that others have passed through that journey. So that's one major way to handle objection. Now, another major way, before we look at some objection scenarios and how to navigate it, another major way, the fifth way, will now be ask closing questions after handling the objection. We cannot overemphasize this. Remember, the aim is turn every no to sold. If your aim is to turn every no to sold, that means you will not leave your discussion hanging. Some of us market for others to reap. Let me give an instance. Imagine sliding into your DM and say, "Good evening, ma. Do you know that real estate is a major way to get massive return? We have this property at this. Then you shared all the property, right? At the end, you do not say, will you love to fix an inspection or get started as soon as possible as the price is increasing very soon?" If you did not say anything like that, if another person comes tomorrow and market the same property or even another property, and the person does this last question, the client will buy from that person, not buy from you. So don't leave any negation hanging. You must make sure you ask closing questions. What are closing questions? Does this address your concern? Should we schedule an inspection right away? Is there any other thing you would like to know, ma? Those are closing questions. Those are things that we know that will open you up to the next line of action. So in handling objection, you must learn to ask those closing questions. So what are some common objections that we have in the real estate sector or in any business? I thought I'm going to explain those objections and how to handle it. All right? So we're going to look at them now. Then I will also allow you to share your own objection if you have ever had any objection. For instance, somebody tell you it is too expensive. You know that is an objection. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, good. All right. I know I'm teaching well tonight, as I always do. Okay. All right. So I can see all your response. Thank you. Now, what are some common objections? One major one is it is too expensive. Thank you. I love the response. I love the energy. Keep it coming, all right? So now it is too expensive. So what do you do when somebody tell you it is too expensive? What do? You show appreciation potential, payment plan, and return on investment. This thing works like magic. If somebody tell you it is too expensive, show what will happen to the property in the next 1 year, how the price will double. The person will forget that he made a statement like that. Right? Then show the payment plan. Oh man, I understand that your budget may not be up to this, but you can spread your payment for up to 2 years. What if you consider something like that, where it doesn't need to affect your other marketing, your other financial plans? Every sensible person will be attentive when you say something like that. The person will say something like, it's making sense. So if somebody says something like that, objection is killed. That particular objection is key. Another one may come up, but we are done with that one. So how to kill it is too expensive is show appreciation potential, payment plan, or return on investment. Return on investment. What if somebody tell you, I need more time? This is a major objection for clients when it comes to real estate. I need more time. What do? Emphasize scarcity. I understand, but properties in this area don't stay long in the market. And even if they are still available, definitely this price, it won't be this price. That is scarcity. So when somebody tell you I need more time, what do you tell the person? First of all, you must use that word, I understand. I mean, you mustn't use it literally, but you must put yourself in the client shoe. You can use any phrase. Imagine somebody tell you I need more time. Say, you are telling the person, man, there is no time, don't waste any time on this. So you are not fighting. You need to first of all calm down, put yourself in the person's shoe by using words like I understand, ma. It's important to really consider your choice, but properties in this area don't stay long in the market, and even when they do, the price definitely is increasing. So the best time to secure it is now. That is how to handle that I need more time objection. I'm not sure. What if somebody tell you, I'm not sure about the location? I'm not sure about the location. I don't really know much about the location. What do? You have to come back to that, I think number 3, when we're teaching about handling objection. I'm not sure about the location. What do? Highlight future development, infrastructural development, and investment benefits. Hope you are taking notes, so please, you are expected to come with your notepad. When somebody tell you I'm not sure about a particular location, you have to highlight the future development, the infrastructures in that area, and the future development infrastructures in that area, and the investment benefits. For instance, imagine somebody telling you, I'm not sure about this location. Kempson Heights is located, for instance, in Agodi. I'm not sure about the location. You say, oh good, I understand that you're not sure about the location. You may not really be familiar with Ibadan, but where I'm talking to you about is actually less than 5 minutes drive to the government house. That's Kempson Heights building. It's less than 5 minutes drive to the government house. It's less than 5 minutes drive to University Teaching Hospital. It's less than 15 minutes to the Great University of Ibadan. These landmarks make it a major hot cake for investors, that if you choose to build a shortlet there, you can generate up to 15 million, because people are literally looking for apartments that are close to this location to rent for a short stay. Notice how I just cleared that I'm not sure about the location. I highlighted the futures, the development, and the investment benefits. What if the person is not looking at it to buy for investment, you want to buy and stay there? You can add something like, I understand, ma. After mentioning those landmarks, you now say, this is really a good place. You will want to stay, because you were staying with people of like minds, where you have different GRAs that are very close to you, and it's just a stone throw to the next big man's house. So you won't want to stay in a place that is not developed. Notice you are already mastering that particular negation. Alright? So what if somebody say, let me think about it? What do you do when somebody say, let me think about it? Remember, we are highlighting different negations. What do you do when somebody say, let me think about it? When somebody say that, what do? You simply offer to walk them through the details again. As they are thinking about it, you say, okay, ma, please, let me just share this with you again. Then in this walking them through the details, stress the urgency. Stress the urgency and redirect to closing. Closing is the way. Closing is the only way. Stress the urgency, redirect to closing. Closing. Don't do any of this without ending with, will you like to fix an inspection or send a representative? When will you love to get started? Can I send you the payment account, ma? Is there any other thing you would like to know before we get started? So when somebody says, let me think about it, you need to restate the property again, but this time around emphasizing the urgency. Alright? I'm going to read out some objection scenarios. I will read out the likely answer that will be good for it. Then I'll allow us to share some of our objections that we have had in different businesses. Then I will tell you how to handle it. Let me know if you are following. Can you talk? Can I hear from someone? Are you following? Are you learning something? Alright, are you following?
Yes, we can hear you.
Alright. Okay. Okay, so
Thank you, sir.
alright, so I'm going to read out some objections. Read out some objections now and show us how to handle it. Okay, that price is too high. I already explained what to do, but I'm going to read out a possible answer. This property is too expensive. So what do you say? I understand how you feel, ma. Many clients thought the same way initially until they saw how fast properties here appreciate. I understand how you feel, ma. Many clients thought the same way until they saw. In fact, similar homes in this area have increased with over 50% in the last 1 year. Buying this now means you are locking in price. You are locking this in before the prices go higher. That is the response. Remember, these are templates. I don't expect you to cram it word for word, but just to show you how to go about it professionally. All right? Then I need more time to think about it. I already told you what to do. What do you say? Of course, I respect that. That's a response. I respect that. If you don't want to use the word I understand, you can say I respect that. At the same time, I must mention that properties in this area don't stay long on the market. Sometimes just days it would have been sold or the price would have increased. So please, you won't want to miss out from this opportunity. So you already sympathize, you already put yourself in the client's shoe, then you already put a call to action. Right? Then, not sure about the location. I told you what to do. I don't think this area is right for me. When somebody say I'm not sure about the location, I don't think this area is right for me. What do you say? I understand. Let me share something with you. This location is projected to be the next development zone in the next 5 years. Looking at the last 1 year, if it is circular road, for instance, you show projection of what had happened in the last 1 year. Projection of what has happened in the last 1 year. Okay? So which other objection? It is not the right time for me. Okay, now let me say the one that is very popular. I need to talk to my wife, my partner. That partner can be wife, family member, or husband, or a spouse. I need to discuss with somebody first. What do you do when somebody says something like that? Absolutely, you can say something like, absolutely, that makes sense. Why don't we schedule a quick call with both of you so that I can answer all your questions at once? That way, you will both have the full picture of and know the best decision to make. So that is handling objection. You won't want to leave the game to chances and allow the person to go and talk to the family member. No, schedule a call. Why can't you schedule a call with both of you so that I can answer all your questions? Right? Are you following? So those are some possible objections and how to handle them. Remember how we started. Execution is king. This training will be useless to you if you don't execute. And there is no objection without ruthless marketing. So ruthless marketing, lead generation, shameless posting, shameless calling, shameless DM, shameless everything. The only motivation we need to do all of this is the money and the commission. Especially when you know that what you are selling is genuine, and that is Modesty Real Estate core value, because we will give you over 100% assurance of all our properties, right? So it is ruthless execution. Can you call 50 persons in a day? If you cannot, then you are not ready for objection, because how will they give you objection when they don't know what you are doing? So list out the properties we have, go to the Telegram group or follow the daily property update. List out number of contacts you will call. Apply all these things that you have learned about objections, and be rest assured that in the next 1 week, before next Sunday, you should have sold your first property. If it is too long, before the next training, which is last week of September, you should have sold your first property this month. Even if you have sold the farming, you should have sold another property this month. There is no magic to it, all right? And of course, we believe in the power of God. We believe in supernatural forces. We believe in using power because life is supernatural. Always add it, all right? Because that's how life is designed to be. Okay, so let me take our questions. Any question about real estate, any question about objection, if there's any objection you faced that you would like to get wisdom on how to handle it. So I'm open to question for the remaining 10 minutes before I hand over to our moderator to continue and round off this training. All right, so let me hear from us questions, what you learned, and observations, and all of that. I love this objection. I love it. When somebody tell you land not the finish for ground, how do I handle it? Land not the finish for ground, how do I handle it? Okay, now this is an objection that I receive almost every month, every time. Now, what do you tell the person? Emphasize the fact that the price will not always be the same. Hence, the best time to start is now. In fact, there was even one, let me share this with us. Somebody told me that your company is always doing promo with your partners. In fact, there is one they used to do at a particular time of the year, that they will do it next year, that I'm just waiting till that year I will buy. I laugh. And I told him, let's do a small calculation. If a property is 5 million today, and by next year it is 12 million or 10 million, if there is a 30% discount on that property, what is 30% of 10 million? Is that not 7 million? You will still end up buying it more expensive. That's a simple way to handle it. So emphasize on the fact that the price will not always be the same. Hence, smart investors don't delay getting started now. I handle that objection a lot, and I've closed a lot from there. Even those that wait for promos, I've closed them too. So that's how to handle it. I hope that your question is answered. Okay, so let me hear from you. I've seen an objection whereby somebody even turned back along the road. We're already on the road. It was that bad. The person turned back. Imagine somebody going for inspection, turned back with his entourage, say he's not going again. 4 months later, the person bought 3 acres from us. That is objection. That is how to handle it. What transpired in the 4 months deals with a lot of talk, which is an application of all these things I've taught. Alright, so you apply all these things I've taught, and that is why we cannot teach objection without patience. Remember, I said 4 months later, not 4 days later. Some objections can take 3 days, some can take 1 week, some can take 4 months, some can take 1 year. Hope you will still be in business and be ready to make money then. While some can take 24 hours. So patience is the way when it comes to handling objection. So I needed to share this experience last and encourage us to be patient in handling objection, and just apply all these things you have learned. All right. So